quickly. I'm short enough to don't think about it.
Welcome to PolliNATION Festival, everybody. Pollinator Friendly Alliance is a grassroots nonprofit conservation group. We created and produced this festival to bring community like you together around pollinator conservation. Next up are the Minnesota Pollinator Hero Awards. And these are awards to honor and celebrate the great work being done right here in Minnesota. Minnesota is a leader in our country because of all this great work being done right here. I'm Lori Schneider. I'm a citizen and a conservationist, and I envision a world that lives in harmony with pollinators, where I can walk out to the morning and behold a grand 100-year-old basswood tree alive with the vibration of life from pollinators, the smallest iridescent fairy-like sweat bee to the biggest bumblebee.
Yay. Yes! I'm Dan Schutte. I'm an educator, a biologist, a father, and I envision a world where humans recognize that just like every living thing on this planet, we need food, water, shelter, and space. And I envision a world that once we intimately recognize that we live and we work and we vote like our lives depend on it. Because if you take away the cities and the money and the fashion, really what we're left with is food, water, shelter, space, and each other.
I wrote mine down so that I wouldn't go on forever. I'm Lauren Langworthy. I'm an educator and an advocate at the nonprofit Moses. I'm also a farmer at Blue Ox Farm, and I'm a lifelong nature enthusiast. I envision a world where all of our food is produced in harmony with nature's large and complex ecosystems, where producers, eaters, and livestock all thrive as they sequester carbon, create nutritionally dense food, and provide necessary habitat. And where small and mid-scale family farms cover the countryside and leverage productive conservation practices to grow a rural renaissance.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah Foltz-Jordan. I'm a biologist and farmer and mother, and I envision a future where native landscaping is the norm rather than the exception, and where all of us have ample opportunities to immerse ourselves in wild spaces. And I envision humans with keen awareness of the value and the needs of other species and increased enthusiasm and excitement for protecting them. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Rick Hansen. I'm the politician, but I am also a public servant. And what I am envisioning is that all of us realize that we are part of the web of life. We do not have dominion over it. We are part of this system where the little things matter, whether they're the bees or the butterflies or the moths, the bugs that crawl on the ground and fly through the air. We're all part of that system. And in doing that, each of us has a responsibility to be part of that system. And that means participating in democracy. That means coming to the Capitol. That means going to your city halls. And it means that you run for jobs like mine and that you talk to people who serve you in public office. Because there's so much we can do. If you remember, the last couple years may not have been the most positive, but I'm here to tell you that waiting and working while waiting resulted in positive change at the Capitol this year. We have lawns to legumes, which will help convert lawns throughout the state into native pollinator habitat, and we have a state bee, the rusty patch bumblebee, to try to save that and get it off the endangered species list. And now I think we have some responsibility, right? So we have 3 awesome women who are getting awards today. And I have worked with them at the Capitol and inside and outside the Capitol. So let's start with Erin Roop. The amazing Erin Roop Amazing. Started pollinator advocacy as a beekeeper and as founder and executive director of Pollinate Minnesota, a pollinator conservation organization. Erin has educated, that means worked with, right? Worked with 10,000 people. 10,000 people about bees and beekeeping. She helped lead a citizen group that pushed through the pollinator law on pesticide drift, and that wasn't easy. Wasn't easy, but that didn't mean we shouldn't do it. So Erin's persistence made a difference. She continues to advocate and lobby for pollinator protections at the state level and in local communities, and served on Governor Dayton's Committee for Pollinator Protection. Erin is a pollinator hero, and you now get sashed. And here's your award. Open it. Congratulations, Erin Rue. Well, Sarah's already here. Sarah Foltz Jordan lives the life she advocates for as a conservation biologist, fruit farmer, and mother who is dedicated to the protection of pollinators and other wildlife. She leads the Xerxes Society. Let's all say Xerxes. Xerxes Society's Great Lakes region pollinator efforts, working with farmers, with government, with researchers, and with citizens to transform landscapes into pollinator-friendly habitat. You're going to be working on lawns to legumes, right? She is one of our best and busiest advocates for pollinators, served on Governor Dayton's Committee for Pollinator Protection, and created many of the bee citizen science methods used in Minnesota. For all her work, she strives for more impactful actions on the ground. Congratulations, Sarah is a pollinator hero. Congratulations, Sarah. And I just want to, Lori does so much, so often, all the time, and is responsible for working and assembling the team to put all of this together. Lori Schneider is just amazing. She is the person, when you think about what's happening here and what's been happening in Minnesota, the work she's done is simply awesome. From early on, she was driven to protect the beauty that surrounds us in nature. She built Pollinator Friendly Alliance after witnessing the decline in her own beehives. She started advocating locally and over 5 years built a statewide conservation organization. They built Minnesota's first pollinator park and a 14-acre butterfly sanctuary. Lori created all of this and the popular Best Practices Summit, which draws people from everywhere to work on solving the problems we have with pollinators. Teaches local, state, and corporate land managers to use ecologically responsible methods. She mentors communities on pollinator-friendly resolutions, works with corporations, local groups, government agencies to implement pollinator protections. Lori is a pollinator hero. I don't know if you heard. Why don't you just say that?
Oh, I said, you are a queen bee. Thank you for all your help. You're amazing.
Congratulations. Let's give a hand to every one of our pollinator heroes. Now, part of our participation, we work with a lot of partners. And we're now happy to honor and celebrate those 8 communities that passed and implemented pollinator-friendly resolutions in their communities. We'd like each of the cities to come up. We have an awesome plaque and a sign for them. So let's just come up. White Bear Township, the city of Afton, I know they're here. Dakota County Soil and Water Conservation District, the City of New Hope, the City of Faribault, the City of Shoreview, the City of Fergus Falls, and the City of Fridley. And we want to show what each of these communities will receive this plaque. Join the Hive. And you've been working on that, right? And they will get this cool sign for their community. So congratulations. White Bear Township. City of Afton, you've got yours. Pass them on down.
Oh, good for you, man.
We need one more plaque. One more plaque. Let's give a hand to these communities and their residents for participating and being a pollinator hero. And I think we need a group photo from everybody here, so.
All good.
Oh, you got one more?
Aaron. Where's Aaron? Aaron! Can you call Aaron?